Welcome back. So today we would be discussing our last but not the least strategy number 5, which is scalability and versioning. We should always ask these questions because our product is our baby and we carry a vision for it and we are investing so much time and energy to it. Scalability does not only comes in terms of product scalability but also the disaster planning. You cannot build a quake proof home after the quake has happened. You need to know that you are entering a quake market and plan accordingly. Scalability helps your product to handle uncomfortable and business losing situations. And scalability not only provides the product maintenance, but it also optimizes your resources in such a way that you are making the best use of them and not just spending unnecessary business expenses. Then comes the versioning. So versioning is purely related to rolling out and release. Like it is maintaining all the versions of your product, not just the core features or the code, but your architecture, your assets. It's like versioning of everything so that you can easily move in and out into the market as and when required when the problem arises. So we would be studying how we can implement scalability and versioning into a product and realize the best benefits of it. So let's see step number 1. Step number 1 is identifying the needs, where we require to put scalability and versioning. As you move towards the release cycle, you should be able to know and you should able to identify which specific part needs scalability or which specific part needs versioning or both. Because scalability not only like do product maintenance as we talked about, but when required it also scales up your product to such a level that your user experience is still the smoothest, and when required it also saves your resources, and this is done automatically. Then you can see the example on your screen how different things could require different implementations. And then comes the versioning, like I'll tell you a situation. Have you ever been in a situation where your product is like it shuts down or it is really doing a bugging thing in the business peak hours? I have been in that situation. That's where versioning and rolling release comes in. When you need to pull and come in and out to your product, that's where the versioning is really helpful, and it includes everything: your architecture, your code structure, your assets, your even like the small parts you don't think are important also become a very important part of it. And to realize the benefits of these methods, first you need to be able to understand where to put them. Otherwise you could be putting them in places where it is not even required and just using up your resources. As before implementation comes identification. Coming to our step number 2 to this strategy, which is segregating into smaller subunits. Now you have your feature list in your hand which require implementation, but the job does not end here. Now you need to divide it into further steps. I'll give you an example. Like on your screen on point number 2, you could see how there are two different type of assets. One which are frequently accessed and have regular updates. One which does not have frequent access and it is a infrequently accessed product. So both the assets would be handled differently by different implementations. That's where this strategy or this step comes in. That's why we are dividing into smaller subunits. And when we talk about this, proper planning can really put your product on track, and similarly wrong planning can keep it off track. So always give attention to segregating into smaller subunits. And I have seen companies giving importance to step 1 and step 2 is really missed out or often skipped. And this is a really important step and do give attention to it. After you have your smaller subunits, a grouping of the features, now you have your group in hand that this group contains 1, 2, 3 smaller subunits and this group contains different. Now let's come to the implementation, which is step number 3, known as implementation and monitoring. So when you have these features in your hand, you need to identify the best possible implementation for each group. because as there could be multiple implementations for groups or even smaller subunits in that group. As for example, scalability can be done by load balancers, weightage distribution system, or even the code manually. And like there are so many ways, but it is easily to get stuck in the same old ways being understood by the developing party and not using the more advanced and better ways which really suits your product. So you need to identify the best possible solution and then implement it. This would give your product a very smooth experience. And when coming in the future, if you talk about the future, when you have implemented this and done correct planning and you have fluctuation in your user usage and your business is growing, trust me, your business will really thank you that you have done planning in a proper way. After you have implemented, then comes a very crucial part which is known as monitoring. Monitoring reveals insights to you how your product is performing, and you can track so many things. You can track their health, their transfer rates, their CPU usage, even alerts. You can even get insights from it. So keep track on your products. You can always turn on monitoring and track how the resources are performing and if something requires additional usage. And even you can set alerts on your resources, like you can set it on 70% of the problem, so you know that the problem is coming in advance, and if that problem is near to 70%, it would alert you in advance that the problem is coming, so you still have time to handle it. So that's the use of scalability and monitoring. It could really help you out, but if not done in the right way, it could also increase your cost to a level, it could be sky high, trust me. So this was the last strategy for our strategy session. Next time we will be discussing something else. Till the time, this is Rohan Girdhani, your Sherlock Holmes. Happy learning.